Hi there, it's Renuka for Love for Lazy, and I'm showcasing today's March Love for Lazy kit. Now, you should watch the first unboxing and what I made with this kit, so you get some idea that what we are doing today. So this is the special card as Mother Day is her hit, and I want to do something special with this kit as this kit is very beautiful. There is some part is missing from the starting. I made 5.5 by 5.5 card base, and then I cut out a little bit smaller panel and two panels, one from the plain card base and another from the designer paper, and just punch out one side borders with the border punch. I'll mention that punch in the links. Now I just put that frame there, make some pencil marks, and then I cut out that part so it will shown only inside the frame. Now you can see that I cut the paper in that manner that you can get that butterfly in very proper position in the bottom side. Now I decided to add the thinking of you sentiment here. I don't have any Mother's Day sentiment, but thinking of you sentiment works for everywhere and anywhere. It's kind of all occasion, so I just put that on the frame. And now here I'm creating kind of 3D. The same time there are more shabby chic look to it, so I adding doily behind that. This kit is came with lots of fun element like the butterflies, the buttons, the ribbons. Means you can add all of them on this. The possibilities are endless. It's just become that how you decorate it. Now there are many beautiful pattern papers, and I just choose this butterflies light pink pattern paper. These two dies came with the kit, and I cut out those dies and make some butterflies. Now for this I'm just cutting the paper here, and I'm just tracing it. I'm not measuring anything, so you will get kind of a little bit bigger sometimes, so you can just snip it off, or at the same time you will get exact same paper, so you can trim it out. So this is a very simple way of matting rather than measuring the 1/4, 1/8, 1.5. That is a little bit confusing. So after this I put that paper on this front of the card, and then I just decided to trim off a little bit because I thought it's a little bit cut in proper way, so I just make it straight. Now as the first part is a little bit missing there, that how I create that hassle card, I'll show that thing in the end of the video. And now I'm here using the green mousse, and I'm putting that mousse on those butterflies, and it gives me kind of different texture because those are already pattern papered. And now I will put that two butterflies together, so it will give me 3D effect, and then I'll put one as it is. There is no right or wrong way to doing these things. It's just how you like the way look. But if you want to make the perfect this and the way I made it, then you can follow me. Now I put 1/2 doily behind the card. Now you see that this is the hassle card, so when we put these things, you are just putting the front panel what we are creating in the half of that panel. So I hope that makes sense, and that's why I need something behind it. Now here I'm just giving you the options that how you can use those trims, those small pearls, or this ribbons which came in a kit, or ribbons which you have in your stash. I just decided not to put them. Now there are lots of buttons in this, so I just I love those, and I'm kind of planning to use them in the card. These leaves and some flowers I'm using from my stash. It's not came in a kit, but here I want to create some kind of shabby chic look to it. That's why I use that. I'll put some links there that where you can buy this, but these stuffs are like very cheap. You can buy in dollar store. I made in dollar store, or sometimes you can buy them from the Cheons, or you can just search the paper flower and you will get lots of sites where they are. Maybe you can get on Amazon too. So here I'm using the paintbrush brush to just decorate that kind of stems which came out from those flowers. These are the simple tricks I learn along the way, and sometimes I put these by using Tombow Mono, or sometimes I use the glue dot, whatever you feel right. Now before that I want to add more texture to the card, so I use that damask design stamp from the kit, and I'm using the same pigment ink here. This is very dark, so make sure that whenever you are stamping, that you are stamping in the right position. You can use misty if you want to. I didn't use that. Now these are some flowers, streams comes, and I just use those for the antennas. Those who make the paper flowers or the silky ribbon flowers, they know what is that. If you want to add those, you can add, or you can just skip that part. I have those already in stash, that's why I'm adding. I don't know from where I bought them. These are from with me like years, maybe like 3 or 4 years back I bought them, and they come in a ton, so I have lots of leftover with that. And now I'm putting those roses and adding these green and white leaves, and this kind of getting more in the shabby chic look. And the same time you can cut extra whatever you want to, and I'm kind of playing with these things, that how you can add. You can use the hot glue gun to secure them. That is really nice idea also. But here I'm using the Tombow Mono, and I think it will also work great. You can use the glossy accents too. So sometimes I'm just switching with the glues here. Now for the second doily, I again add that green doily to get more enhanced look there. These new drops came from the last month, first month's kit I think, and in every video I add those for the body of those butterflies, and they look awesome when they dried. Now I'm just putting those flowers and those leaves, kind of button flowers, and kind of arranging them that how I want to look them. And then I decided to add a glue dots behind them to stick those buttons, and then I'm kind of filling those inside of the flowers to get a different look. At the same time, you can hide those two holes of the buttons. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm using again a glue dot to adding my butterflies. Wherever I think that I need a more strong adhesive, or it is like a moving part, I use the glue dots. And I'm again adding those butterflies. Now you can see that at the 5.5 I fold that exactly in half. I put one part of pattern paper inside it. I just want to decorate inside too, so I'm using the same Martha Sweetheart decorative punch border here, and just covering all the 4 sides inside too. Now here you can skip that part, or you can just distress your inside pattern paper. The possibilities are endless, whatever you want to decorate this card. This is just my way of doing, or maybe this is the thing that what I feel right at that time. So I'm just putting those pattern papers. I'm not measuring anything. I'm just eyeballing the things and cutting excess off. Now you need to something hold that panel aside so it will stand tall. So you can use those pearls, but I decided to use that butterfly which came in a kit. It is a really beautiful, awesome butterfly. I just add more adhesive in the back so it will be strong, and now you can see that how it can just stop that panel from sliding. And now I'm putting the glue on the half part of that panel, and that completes the card. Now here you can add more things, and I will add up till the next now, but it's like the basic part is completed here, and I'll add more buttons and flowers and like the Nouveau drops that came in a kit, and I'm just extra adding something something to the card that should it look nice. And it likes the dew drops from the morning dew drops from the Nouveaus. And I just want to make sure that kind of everything looks together and nice, and I'm kind of creating a garden here. And that butterfly which came in a pattern paper is also looking nice, but I just decided to want something more, so I'll add something there. And these are the white pale offs which came in this kit, and these are awesome. In real life they pop so nicely on this cardstock. This is a little bit pale and vintage color kit, so that white looks really awesome, although you can color them. And I'm adding a little bit of that mousse here, just putting there randomly. And then I will add little bit of star and gold glitter on those butterflies as well as that butterflies. So this kind of small things give a more pop to your card, or this kind of small things give a more nice look to your card. You can see in the pictures that how these things make a difference. Now as this card is too much bulky, you need to make a matching envelope for that, cause the regular size envelope will not fit this card. So I just place this card on the paper. It's normal A2 size paper, and then I'm using my Tim Holtz scale, and I'm kind of just making a square out of it, and then I'll score that on each and every line, and then again fold it. Now after scoring it, I just decided to like counting 1 2 3 on that side. It's depend how bulky is your card. This time most of the times I go to half and a quarter, or fourth and a quarter, or 1/4 and a quarter, so it depends on your card. But while cutting those, you can go to the internal line, whatever you mark with the pencil. So after cutting all those 4 parts, now you can see that we are creating here kind of box kind of thing. So for connecting all these things, you can use a liquid glue, or you can use the tape runner, and I'm just putting that this is the bottom and this is the top. And then I will just make one same cardstock with that inside, so I will cover the whole thing, and I will put the glue runner there and just putting that card, and I'll fold that everything up. So now you can see that box is creating their way. After that, I just trim off little bit on the upper side corners also, and then I'll just remove those pencil marks. Most of the times I make pencil mark to see the things and how it works. Now I just seeing that how I want to put that. I can use liquid glue, or should I use the score tape, and score tape is a really better option to do such kind of stuff. You can use the liquid glue also, cause a liquid glue also give kind of room to move, and this is the envelope size you can see, and it's like you have a time to adjust your things. Now here I'm using again the same border punch. You don't have to use the same one, you can use this or skip this step, but I just like to decorate it and kind of making the matching envelope for that. So here I'm not measuring, I'm just putting the things around and seeing that what I have left. I have lots of papers with me, so I decided I'll use this polka dot paper in there and kind of covering the whole thing. And then I decided to add a little bit of lettering, although that didn't see much, but I love to add small things. Then I again use that punch and make kind of liner for that envelope. I place it, and then I will cut the excess. You can use the liquid glue here. I just use whatever I feel right that way, and then I'll put all these things together. So what helps me here, I cut that cardstock, so whenever I'm putting this box, it will not bend or go on either side. It will get that perfect box look while adding that first border scallop one. Now I'm just decorating this, so I decided add one more designer border to it, and I'll just put the whole thing. And this is the back side of my box, so this is the front side, and you can see that how that card goes inside very nicely. And then you can decorate the outside also. Options are endless, you can do whatever you want to. If you are not mailing, you can put a whole pattern paper on it, and if you want to mail this, I think it's a better idea to use the bubble envelope to mail it. And now I'm just using the same thing, the border, and I'm just kind of decorating the outside of it also. In this way you can make any size envelope. If you watch my previous video, which is the blog hop video, in that I make there is one separate project on that where you can make the DIY any size box envelope. So that is I do the similar way here, just the small little bit difference. So now I'm just stamping those butterflies. Those are not stamped very properly because I already boxed that, but I really like the look. It's kind of very earthy look, that it's not all natural. This is my stamp. I love to print my stamp on the bottom of the card. And now this is your card is ready. You can put this ASL card just like that on the screen. You can add more elements in the front of that box envelope, but I decided not to. somehow that part is missing where I made the ASL card. I don't know how that file is corrupted. So here we are making one ASL card, and I'll show you how we did that in this video. So I just cut out this panel. This is the A2 size paper, and I'm cutting it 5.5. So we'll now this 5.5 by 11 paper. Then I'm just scoring it again at 5.5. And then I'll score that again in a half. So for it's like 11 here, and you can have, you can count like this, like 10, 1, it's 1, 2, from 10 it's 2, now half, then half, and then you have the mark. And if you are really confused with that, you can just fold it and press it just like that. So this is the way how you can make that, and this is my card base, and how I put the panel here, so it will look like this and it will kind of stand. So basically the card base is very simple. You just have to fold the front of the card at the half. You can see what I mean, that this card base is as same as it is. I just decorate the inside, and this is that half panel, but this is the half portion of it where I scored it, and when you put this like that, it becomes your ASL card. So there is you can just do this by scoring your line at a half. So I hope you like this card. I made in this series some more cards, like the 5 distressing cards, and some pattern paper cards for beginners also, and every card has a different idea and how I do that. So I really suggest to go there and watch all the videos. So I hope this has inspired you to make some cards. Thanks for joining me today. All supply lists are below on the YouTube video as well as on my blog. You can follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. So until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye.